on the NBC Sports Philadelphia YouTube and more. Presented by your Tri-State Toyota dealers, proud partners of the Philadelphia Phillies.
Games to go in the regular season for the Fightin' Phils before they prepare for 5 days off before the first weekend of playoff baseball in 2024. On a gorgeous afternoon here in Washington, D.C., the Phils go after Game 2 against the Nationals after what was a sus game last night against the Nats. Hey everybody, I'm Tom McCarthy along with John Kruk. He's got mad riz. We get set for this ball game today. Obviously, Zach Wheeler gets the baseball today, battling for his 17th victory of the season, John, and also possibly a Cy Young Award.
Well, I'm glad that this is bring your kids to work today. I'm glad you showed up. But yeah, Zach Wheeler, Tom, how do you think he could have gotten better? Well, his last two starts, he has gotten better. And that's, this pitching matchup tonight. Look, Mackenzie Gore's a tough lefty. Phillies have a lot of lefties in the lineup against him today. But Zach's last two starts, he has been absolutely phenomenal. You see the ERA under 2, but the strikeouts, and this start against Milwaukee, 79% fastballs. It was working. He stuck with it and dominated the Brewers lineup. And then he goes to New York and faces the Mets, and he dominated the Mets lineup. So you're talking about two playoff teams, one definitely a playoff team, one a potential playoff team, and he dominated both those teams. He has to get back on the right track tonight for the Phillies because like you said, last night's game was sus.
That's exactly right, Johnny. Our Citizen Stats leader, Citizens Official Bank of the Phils. Zach Wheeler this year wins second in the National League behind Chris Sale. The ERA second as well behind Chris Sale. You mentioned the teams in the postseason, though. He obviously has had the upper hand against Chris Sale. All right, the regulars back in the lineup today. Lineups and first pitch from D.C. when we return. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Toyota. Toyota's versatile lineup shines on every drive. Toyota, let's go places. By Xfinity. Stream Phils baseball with Xfinity because it's only live once. By Citizens, official bank of the Phils. And by Independence Blue Cross. Learn more at IVX.com.
With Chevy trucks.
First pitch of today's ball game is presented by Audi. Visit your local Delaware Valley Audi dealer today to experience Audi's full lineup of electric vehicles. Mackenzie Gore, Kyle Schwarber, and the first pitch outside. We're underway. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. Might want to get used to this time of day as far as the postseason goes. I'm sure there will be games where the Phillies are starting at about 4 o'clock local time.
That stinks.
Yeah, Schwarber 249 on the year with 38 home runs. And 102 runs batted in.
Yeah, you see the shadows already, and it's not like it's hard enough to hit anyway. But this makes it doubly tough with hard throwers like Gore and Zach Wheeler on the hill.
That's inside. 3 balls and no strikes.
I was throwing some peepers out at him, though.
Sure is. Gore has been better recently. He's allowed 1 earned run in his last 11 or 13 innings. 10 and 12 on the year. And outside, he walked him on 4 pitches. So the Phillies have a base runner to start this ball game.
I think Gore thought he had that last pitch, and well, according to the box, he did.
Rest of the Phillies lineup brought to you by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live one time. Pretty much the same lineup you would expect, except they did put Stott in there against the lefty. Marsh is playing center field. Rojas is still under the weather. And Austin Hayes has a bad back, so that's why Weston Wilson gets the nod. They're checking out Austin Hayes today here in D.C. and hoping it's nothing serious. Trey Turner, 294 with 20 home runs, 60 runs batted in, an OPS of 802. And he lines it foul, and it's 0-2.
And that's the pitch arsenal of Mackenzie Gore. First pitch to Trey, 95, strike one, and then an 85-mile-an-hour changeup. Wouldn't surprise me here if he goes to the old sweeper.
Schwarber with a short lead off first, being held on by Gallo, and that one's off the hands, out towards shallow right. Going to be a tough play. Garcia's out. Oh, wow, what a play. Makes the over-the-shoulder grab, and the throw back to get Schwarber is not in time.
A heck of a play right there by Garcia. Wow. And you talk about doing everything right on the base pass. Kyle Schwarber, he did everything correctly. Watch how far Garcia has to go. Cruz had no chance of getting there. If he would have made a better throw, though, they might have had Kyle, but that's just incredible play.
So one out runner at first, and Bryce Harper the batter. Harper 303 with 14 career home runs against his former team. Takes the first pitch low, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Harper 30 home runs and 87 runs batted in. The home runs are 9th in the National League. He's 8th in batting average, which is incredible to think at 286 that is 8th best in the National League. But there is a really good battle going on between Shohei Ohtani and Luis Arraez for the top spot in the National League. Arraez is trying to win a 3rd consecutive batting title and 2nd straight in the National League.
Yeah,
1 and 2
with 2 different teams too, or 3 different teams actually.
Yeah, Minnesota, the Marlins, and now the Padres.
I got a feeling that's never been done.
Be hard pressed to find somebody that did it. 1 and 2. Swing and a miss. Harper strikes out, so 2 outs here in the first. And here comes Castellanos. StatCast powered by Google Cloud. Gives us a look at the pitch arsenal. 55% for seamers. Kind of what John mentioned.
Yeah, it's a good one. 95. See what his arsenal, basically sweeper change. He's got a great arm.
Inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. They got him in the mega deal with the Padres. There it is. Opposition hitting .444 against that sweeper. Popped up. Outside of first. Gallo near the rail. Now backs up and he makes the catch. No runs, no hits, and 1 man left. Middle of the first inning. It's the Phillies nothing and the Nationals coming up for the first time. .15 pitch, top of the first inning for Mackenzie Gore. Here in the bottom of the first, the Nationals are stepping up against Zach Wheeler. And Luis Garcia will lead things off. Zach just making sure everybody's set defensively. Phillies play Garcia to go the other way in the outfield, straight away in right field. And a first pitch on the outside corner, right at the knees. That is an unhittable pitch. It's 0-1. So their lineup brought to you by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. A couple of guys hitting under 200 in that lineup. That's Dylan Cruz and Joey Gallo. Although Cruz made an impact last night with a couple runs scored. No balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 1, 214 on the season for Zach Wheeler.
And you're going to see some funny swings this early in this game with all the shadows, but Zach can make people look pretty silly when it's perfect conditions, and that right there was just filthy. And 2 strikes on Garcia. He's an aggressive hitter, and that ball just ran away from him, and so far so good.
James Wood takes the first pitch a little high.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty good pitch.
It was. What the hell did happen to us in the Open?
I think we were just getting we were just trying to spice it up a little bit. Trying to be,
After last night's tough game,
yeah,
we
exactly.
thought, let's hope the Phillies have some, what's that word? Riz?
Yeah, mad
Riz, yeah.
2-1. I haven't gotten a reason why it's Mad Riz, not just Riz. Charisma.
Well, I think, just looking around our booth right here, we might have to find a 10-year-old.
Swing and a miss, 2-2.
To give us the definition of why it's can't be just Riz. It has to be Mad Riz.
Gus Fransky had a game today, so we couldn't ask him.
Yeah, can't call Gus.
2 balls, 2 strikes to James Wood. Outside 3-2. James Wood has hit in 5 straight games. 6 for 19 during that streak. He had a hit in last night's ball game. And on the outside corner, strike 3 called. 2 hitters up, 2 hitters down.
Yeah, Zach got to get early contact. He's running up his pitch count with the strikeouts. Yeah, this pitch is just running away from Wood, and I don't think it was, close enough, I reckon. If the hitters can't see,
the umpires probably can't.
Umpires probably struggle with it too.
That is true. The 215 strikeouts for Zach this year, counting the 2 that he has today. It's second most for him in a season. 0-1. That was a line drive, base hit to right field. Well, Ruiz has his 3rd hit of the series. Remember last time we saw the Nationals, he was hitting 1 home run after another. Now he's just getting 1 hit after another.
Well, he's probably not going to steal, so you never want to give up hits, but he's not a threat to run.
Jose Tena, and he takes a pitch low. 1 ball, no strikes. He did not play in last night's ball game. He was 0 for 11 in the series against the Royals. It's a guy they picked up from the Cleveland Guardians. That one's off the hands, out towards short, caught out of the air by Trey Turner. A little humpback line drive. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. We're on to the 2nd here at D.C. in a scoreless game. Go to the top of the 2nd inning. Alec Bohm was about to lead things off for the Phils against Mackenzie Gore in this scoreless game between the Phillies and the Nationals. FanDuel presents our live lines. Phillies are the favorite right now. The over-under's at 6.5. I mentioned that Gore has allowed 1 earned run in his last 14 innings now. He's 2-1 with a 1.59 ERA in September. He's kind of just scratching the surface right now on his abilities. Phillies first saw him when he was with the San Diego Padres, and then he was traded to the Nationals along with C.J. Abrams and a bunch of other prospects. And the Soto deal. First pitch to Bohm. That's in there for a strike, 0-1. Alec hitting .282 with 15 home runs. It's been a rough September for him, not only with the hand injury, but he just hasn't been able to provide the same kind of pop. That ball's hit well. Diving stop made by Nunez. Gets to his feet. A 1-hop throw. That young man has been a magician in 2 games against the Phils this series.
How many balls have we seen him field in the outfield grass and just throw absolute seeds over to first base? I mean, it's a base hit all the way. But Nunez with a great dive, and then just not even looking at his target where he's thrown. He just unleashed that thing. Perfect 1-hop over there to Gallo at first base to get Alec.
He made countless plays last night against the Phils. We were joking with Rob Thompson about him today. And he said, he really likes his arm, doesn't he? And I said, well, I think we all would if we had it.
but it's not like it's a show-off arm. It's out of necessity. Yeah, I was on the bus today and talking to Dave Dombrowski about him, and he said he goes, how many shortstops do we have now that have unbelievable arms, young shortstops?
No doubt.
I know O'Neal Cruz is going to move to center field, but him and De La Cruz and Mason Wynn in St. Louis, and now this young man.
That's who I was thinking, Mason Wynn.
Yeah.
It's very close to that kind of style. 1-2. Fouled back. JT 0 for 3 last night against the Nationals. 9 hits during the season series. There's a chance he plays tomorrow also. Rob said it's all dependent on how he feels after today. The Phillies will have an inter-squad game on Wednesday. That's how part of the preparation for having the layoff. And JT most likely will DH in that inter-squad game. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Real Muto. And a hot shot toward the left center field alleyway that's rolled in there for JT. A 1-out single. He's aboard. He's hit in 8 of his last 11 now.
Tell you what, that's one of the few balls that we've gotten past Nunez in this series. Well, in his first game in 2 innings. That's beautiful, though. Middle of the field, and let's see what JT has in mind over there with Mackenzie Gore.
Bryson Stott takes a pitch on the outside corner, 0-1. Stott getting a chance to bat against the left-hander. .231 for the year against lefties. He's 1 for 5 against Gore. Rob realized that Sosa was 4 for 12 against Mackenzie Gore with a home run, but he said this is sort of to get Stott ready for the postseason, because Sosa's been playing most of the time against left-handed pitching. And although he may play in the postseason against lefties, there's also a chance that Stott plays against lefties.
I don't know how you're going to judge the first couple at bats with these shadows.
That's a good point.
Mackenzie Gore thought he had the last 2 pitches in the zone, and he might have a case.
2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, there you see him, the shadows. Goes from dark to light to dark again, and
Bryson digging out the top part of the batter's box. He may have slipped a little bit on that swing.
yeah, you rarely see him fall across home plate after a swing.
Off the hands, popped up outside of third, and out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes to Stott. Swing at a foul tip, and Bryson strikes out. Second strikeout for Gore. Be the first in line to secure a season ticket package for 2025. Season tickets are the best way to secure seats for next year. Reserve yours today at Phillies.com/season deposits. Phillies have over 40 sellouts this year. This team's going to be built for success, so you want to make sure you're out there to see them. Weston Wilson takes outside, 1-0.
Gore's pretty quick to home, so that JT, if he's thinking about stealing, he better get a heck of a jump. He read that one well.
He sure did. Drops in for a strike, 1-1.
Weston Wilson probably thinking, he ain't throwing a curveball yet. And I'm the 8th hitter of the inning. First pitch, he's going to drop that one on me? Or second pitch?
Well, he came back and throws him a changeup.
It's just so hard when you're in these shadows to try to pick up spin. I mean, you basically have to be a guess hitter and hope you guess right at least once in the at bat. And then you better not foul it off.
Swing and a miss. Little high heat. Back-to-back strikeouts, 3 overall. Phillies get a hit. They leave one over at first. So no runs, 1 hit and 1 man left. We're on to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Both offenses searching. It'll be Yepez, Dylan Cruz, Joey Gallo against Zach Wheeler, who struck out 2 in the 1st inning. You know, we've been talking a lot about Zach's potential for the Cy Young Award, and it's a really good race with Chris Sale. And Sale is deserving of every accolade, John, that he has gotten this year. But here's the comparison. You know, it all depends on what you value the most. You know, wins, I think, are still important, even though I don't think many people do think that. But whip is important. Opponent's batting average against is important. But also, if you dive deeper into it, the games and the win-loss record against really good teams. Wheeler's made 9 starts this year against the Dodgers, Brewers, Diamondbacks, Mets, and Braves. And he's 5-2 with a 1.55 ERA. Sale has 9 starts against equivalent teams, and he's 5-0 with a 2.44 ERA. So it really is a toss-up on a lot of levels.
Yeah, and we don't know if Chris Sale is going to pitch
right
tomorrow. I don't think he's pitching today.
He is not pitching today. 1-0 to Yepez is inside 2-0. And again, we still think, and I know it's sour grapes, and I'll admit that, he should have won the Cy Young a couple of years ago against Corbin Burns. He had better numbers than Burns on a lot of levels. 2-0 is fouled back. So if you dig even deeper, Zach has 25 starts this year in which he's gone 6 innings or more. And he's allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in 24 of those 25 starts. And on the flip side, Chris Sale has 6 fewer 6-inning or more starts.
Yeah, and you know, you go through a season as a pitcher, and you take away that start that Zach had in Baltimore.
That's exactly right.
You know, but you can't. I mean, that's part of the process, but.
Well, he's been really good for the Phils no matter what happens. 2-2, swing and a miss.
And knock on wood, he's been durable.
3 strikeouts for him. Well, today the plan is, at least this is the hope, is that his pitch count is manageable enough that the Phillies can get him at least 6 1/3 to get to 200 innings. And right now it's manageable, thanks to pitches like that. But Rob also said, you know, I'd like to get him another win. I'd like to see 17 wins next to his number. Oh, 0-1 to Dylan Cruz. Yeah, I don't feel the same way about the battle between Wheeler and Sale as I did between Wheeler and Burns. I thought Wheels was going to run away with it that year. I was shocked when he didn't win it. This year, I mean, it's hard to argue with what Sale has done. That's out to right center field. Castellanos comes running in, and Nick, with the glasses on, makes the catch for the 2nd out.
Yeah, Chris Sale has been unbelievable. You know, a guy coming off some injuries, but he's been good.
Xfinity Mobile customers now get exclusive access to Wi-Fi speeds up to a gig on the go. Stay connected to the Phils with Xfinity Mobile.
Hey, you know, you think about where the Braves would be without him after they lost Spencer Strider earlier in the season. You know, Max Fried, didn't Max Fried spend some time on the injured list?
He did. He pitched really well last night for them. Yeah, tonight the Braves are scheduled to start Reynaldo Lopez, who's just off the injured list, who's had a good year. Swing and a miss by Gallo. It's 1-1. It seems like the Braves and the Mets are in the driver's seat for the other wild card spots. And they have to play each other on Monday. What drama that would be if those two games mattered.
Yeah, that's what a tough one is. And I guess that will make a decision for Brian Snitker to pitch Sale.
Right.
Naples resident.
3-1. Golf partner sometimes?
No, I haven't. Oh, wait, have I?
I know you've played around him.
I played in tournaments with him. He decks everyone out in Nike gear, and his whole team wears the same pants or shorts, long or golf shirt, socks, spikes, hats. He gets into it.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Gallo. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Inside ball 4. Well, he doesn't walk many. That's the first one of the day. 51 on the year. And Jacob Young is coming up. Bohm's going to come in on the grass at third because it doesn't matter how many outs there are. He has shown bunt. Sometimes it's goofier than other times.
Yeah, that was surprising last night. But we've seen some of our guys do it too, so.
Missed the spot, but it's a good pitch for the home plate umpire to see. 0-2.
A little cloud cover now. You might have a chance as a hitter.
Yeah, tomorrow I think it's supposed to be cloudy. Today's beautiful, though.
Yeah, it is a nice day. Short sleeves.
Today's gift is a gift to the people in the Delaware Valley tomorrow. It's supposed to be, this weather's supposed to be up there tomorrow. Down on strikes, and the inning is over. 4 strikeouts for Zach Wheeler. No runs, no hits. 1 man left. 2 in the books. We'll go to the third. It's the Phillies nothing and the Nationals nothing. Phillies fans, use your NBC Sports app to stream pre- and post-game live before and after every playoff game. Presented by Lundy Law, your injury lawyers. I don't think I've seen that hat before. It's a little bedazzled, John. It's pretty sharp.
Oh, we can get that one next year. That would match our shirts today, too.
It would match the shirts today.
These are very nice shirts, by the way.
They are. They are available in the New Era team store.
Yes, they are.
Little Peter Millar action.
No relation to Kevin.
No, no relation. Although he probably would want him to be related to him.
Sure, he's contacted them about some stuff.
Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Would be good advertising for everybody. Swing and a miss, 1-2. I've done that before. I've called companies that I see on the side of the road that are called McCarthy, like McCarthy Paving, McCarthy Tires, or something like that. And said, hey, you guys got any T-shirts? None have come through yet, though. Fly ball to left center field. Jacob Young is over. And makes the catch, 1 out. And back to the top of the order for Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah, this is a nice sight, though, when you see the fielders don't need their sunglasses anymore. For the hitters, that is.
Yeah, in fact, Kyle had his on in the first at bat. He's wearing them again here. It looked like he was swinging in the on-deck circle without them at first.
Yeah, and then now the sun's back.
Yep. Pitch outside, 1-0. Kyle walked his first time to the plate. He has seen 5 pitches. All 5 have been out of the strike zone. Check swing. All 6 have been out of the strike zone. Mentioned that Kyle kind of resurrected his career here in Washington. See his recap of the season: 3rd on home runs, 1st in walks. He leads the game in pop-ups to the 3rd baseman today. 1 away. That year in 2021 that he came to the Nats from the Cubs, he hit .253 with 25 home runs. And then was traded to the Red Sox.
Yeah, we're happy to have him here. Talk to anyone down there and they'll tell you he's the leader in the clubhouse. That he's not, he's not that, pull the team together, yell and scream and all that stuff. But
it's private a lot of times.
He will one-on-one you.
Sometimes, I think that's the best way to do it, because you're not. I think Ruiz got hit with that ball, so they gave him a moment. I mean, you would know better than I would, John, but I think that's sometimes the better way to get a point across.
Yeah.
Particularly in a long season.
And you're a young player like Bryson Stott, Alec Bowman, guys like that. You have a guy been through the highs and lows of a career, really, like Kyle has. The devastating knee injury, coming back in the postseason, playing in the World Series, helping the Cubs win a World Championship, and then he traveled. Well, he's been through a lot, and he's the guy that if these young players need advice, he's there to give it to them.
One ball and 2 strikes as Turner's going to take a break. Fouled back.
Yeah, Mackenzie Gore's got a good heater going today.
Mm-hmm.
Calling his pitches, huh?
Fouled again.
Keibert Ruiz going to give Nick Lentz a little time there behind home plate, and you see Lance Barksdale, the crew chief, coming down to check on him. That one got him flush.
Yeah, Ruiz got time a moment ago. Now it's Lentz. The crew chief Lance Barksdale's coming out to take a look at him too.
High velocity.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's center cut him right there, right in the.
We were talking the other day about the advancement of equipment, John, and how in some ways the catcher's equipment or even the umpire's equipment has not really evolved. I guess the Tyler Flowers mask is really the only difference recently. The hockey style mask was supposed to be helpful for everybody, but not everybody likes it. They don't like that feel for it.
Yeah, I know. JT doesn't wear one. You see, Keibert Ruiz doesn't wear the hockey style. Garrett Stubbs, though, does.
Mm-hmm. One ball and 2 strikes to Trey Turner. He went around. And that'll wrap up this inning. 4 strikeouts for Mackenzie Gore. 5 in a row retired by the lefty. We'll move on to the bottom of the 3rd here in D.C. Phillies baseball is brought to you by your local Delaware Valley Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. What a day, what a day, what a day here in Washington, D.C. We got 2 games left today and tomorrow before the regular season comes to a close, which is weird. I know we say this every year, how fast the year has gone. In some ways, this year has gone very slow. Other ways, it's zipped on by. As Nasim Nunez takes a strike.
I think for me it kind of went by quicker because I wasn't flying back and forth to Florida all the time. Staying up here, you know, in the great Northeast, the great Garden State.
That's exactly right. Ocean City, New Jersey. No balls and 2 strikes. Nunez 0 for 5 last night. Did his part, though, as we mentioned, defensively.
Yeah, he sure did. He has an impressive glove and arm. That's for sure. Couldn't get that to come back. That's a sign of a really good pitcher. I mean, you want to come inside and you miss inside, not over the center of the plate.
Out in front of that 2-2, he fouls it off. Nunez was a Marlins second-round pick in 2019. 24 years old. Nationals got him in the Rule 5 drafts. That was pretty close.
He's putting up a good at bat here against Zach, but you notice as soon as the Nationals come up to hit, the shadows are back. Or there's no shadows anymore.
They must have something blocking the sun.
I think they have a pact with God, Tom.
Ground ball to first. And Harper will flip to Wheeler covering. 3-1 on the putout. And Garcia's coming up. There is no better place to gear up for the postseason than at the New Era Phillies team store here at Citizens Bank Park. Well, up at Citizens Bank Park. Make it your one-stop shop for all things Red October. Luis Garcia struck out his first time up. That one's pulled on the ground to second base. Stott is up with it. That was an efficient at bat. 2 outs. And James Wood will be the hitter. One's right down the chute for a strike. He struck out looking his first time to the plate. 0-2. He's down on strikes, and that is 5 strikeouts for Zach Wheeler. 218 on the season. He's up to 196 2/3 innings on the year, and we're on to the 4th inning. That is a nasty pitch. This RAV4th inning is brought to you by Toyota. Visit Toyota.com to find your 2024 RAV4 Toyota today. Toyota, let's go Phils. Wait a minute, what is going on? Is this just for Bryce?
Yeah, that's more like it.
I mean, where did that come from?
It was a little bit when they announced his name first at bat, but this has got some. This is like Atlanta.
Yeah.
For Bryce.
He struck out his first time up. Outside, 1 ball and no strikes.
It is quite the nice crowd.
Up and in. 2-1. 4-seamer at 95. Bryce has not homered against his former team this year. Ground ball toward first. Foul. Past his buddy Joey Gallo. But it's 2-2.
Is that the Vegas connection?
Vegas connection.
Vegas must raise some large men.
Seriously. Between him and Bryce and Chris Bryant. Outside.
Good swing right there by Bryce, but they say you always get one pitch to hit every at bat. Hope that wasn't it. That one, even though high velocity, was still very hittable.
Broken bat, base hit it to right field. A leadoff single, and the Phillies have the leadoff batter aboard for the second time today. Nick Castellanos is coming up, and we'll take a look at our stats with Lowe's. And for Nick, 8-game hitting streak. He's got 14 hits during that time, hitting .500 coming into today. An OPS of 1.339. Oof.
Yeah, that's probably why there was a little frustration yesterday when people didn't want to stay on the base when he was batting.
Asked Rob about that today, and he said that it was crazy, is basically what he said. He said that they were okay with Hayes leaving and trying to come home, but he went late, and he had no secondary lead.
It's the little things can win and lose you games, and that's why moving forward the Phillies have to clean some of that stuff up. And there's a lot of good teams. It's not like you're going to march through the playoffs like it's no big deal.
Yeah, he did say that that they did want Turner to go, that they were hoping Turner would go. They wanted to get him into scoring position because they felt like if he scored, if Castellanos, who's their best was their best hitter at that point, if he did score, then it would have been a 6-2 game. It kind of would have changed things a little bit. Castellanos is down on strikes, 1 away, 5 strikeouts for Gore. Alec Bohm coming up. Our Hyundai defensive play of the game was his last at bat.
Nasim Nunez right there with an unbelievable play. Thought that ball was by him, and he just got to his feet quickly and threw a rocket one hop over to Joey Gallo to get Alec. That is our Hyundai defensive play of the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
Let's see if Alec can maybe get one into the gap here and bring home Harper. In the dirt, kicked around a little bit by Nunez.
Yeah, you know, the way Zach is working, it's not going to take many, but it's going to take some.
Well, it's going to take at least one.
Yeah.
Up high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and 2. 95 on the outside corner. Off the hands, caught by Mackenzie Gore, and they're going to double up Harper. Little floater out of the air, he caught it at his hip. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Each team still looking for a run. This RAV4th inning is brought to you by Toyota. Visit Toyota.com to find your 2024 RAV4 Toyota today. Toyota, let's go Phils. Last of the 4th inning, Phillies nothing, Nationals nothing. Ruiz, Tena, and Yepez are the hitters for the Nationals. Well, not a whole lot of offense for either team here this afternoon. Ruiz singled his first time up. That pitch just missed off the outer edge, 1-0. Yankees have lost to the Pirates 9-4. And that's important for a variety of reasons as Ruiz lines that foul. Because the Phillies, it's going to be a difficult task for them to get the best record in the National League now. Because they're 2 games behind the Dodgers. So the Dodgers would have to lose 2 and the Phillies would have to win 2 this weekend. Dodgers against the Rockies, Phillies here against Washington. Ruiz just said that was the same pitch.
He was right.
He was probably right. Anyway, if the Yankees right now are 93-68, John. Phillies are 94-66. They have a better winning percentage, so Phillies can win today. As that one's lifted out to right field, Castellanos on the run over toward the line. He's in and he makes the catch. Phillies can at least have a better winning percentage than the Yankees, which means if they make it to the postseason and the Yankees are the opponent and the Dodgers obviously are eliminated, then they'll have home field. There's some things to work on.
Well, you know, that's what, you know, look, the first thing first was clinch a division so you get a bye and have a better record than, you know, one of the other 2 division winners, which they do. But you know, moving forward, there's no guarantee that the Dodgers are going to, you know, because they have the best record, we'll see them in the NLCS. You know, both teams have to get there first.
No doubt.
And you get that far, at some point it just becomes irrelevant who you're, you know, where you're playing. Oh, that almost got him right in the kneecap.
Yeah, right now, if the season ended at this moment, the Phillies would be the 2 seed in the National League. This is according to Major League Baseball, and they would face the winner of the Brewers and the Mets. Now that could be ever changing depending on what the Mets and the Braves do the next 2 days or 3 days. Ball's pulled foul. 2-2. And Rob also, as he said, I mean, that's why he took Castellanos out last night. He just wants everybody to be healthy, too. Wants to make sure they're healthy going in.
Yep, that's the key.
2-2 pitch. Bounced foul.
Didn't the Phillies win 2 out of 3 in Los Angeles?
Phillies have the tiebreaker over the Dodgers.
Why did they do out there?
They won the series.
Yeah, so what?
Swing and a miss. 6 strikeouts for Wheeler. He's up to 219 on the season.
Tell you what, the man knows how to pitch.
That's exactly what's happening, John. You are right about that.
He's a power pitcher, like a lot of guys throw. You know, they're power throwers. He's a power pitcher. Oh, quick timeout there by Yepes. I think he thought he should have hit that harder.
He did seem like he was upset about it.
Or straighter.
No balls and 2 strikes. And Wheeler delivers.
Oy.
That was an emergency hack if you ever had one.
That's some special hand-eye coordination to take that bad a swing and still make contact. Lord's sakes.
Swing and a foul tip, and he is down on strikes. 7 strikeouts for Wheeler, up to 220 on the season. He's also through 4 as we go to the 5th. The Rally for Red October bus tour is back. Meet us on the road to celebrate with special guests and exclusive swag presented by your Tri-State Toyota dealers, proud partner of the Philadelphia Phillies. There's the schedule for Wednesday. I'll be at the Comcast Center Plaza in Philly.
Wednesday?
On Wednesday. Me, Ben, Michael Barkan, and Taryn will be there taking some questions. 0-1 to Real Muto. Pitch up high. 1-1. Then I think I'm doing a rally bus on Friday in Fishtown. Phils are doing one, I think. Hasn't been totally set yet.
I'll be in Georgia.
Sweet Georgia. Hopefully it's all dried out.
Yeah, that's the hope.
2 balls and 1 strike to Real Muto, who singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. He has one of the 2 hits today for the Phillies. There have been 3 hits overall. That's it. Swing and a miss. Gore's got some good stuff going. This is a heck of a pitcher's duel.
Yeah, this is a fun one. Unless you have a bat in your hand, then not so much.
Yeah, we're kind of forgetting about the hitters in this one.
Yeah. But this is one of those games where both pitchers are locked in, and you know it's going to take execution. Situational hitting's at a premium.
Swing and a miss. 6 strikeouts for Gore. He has 6. Wheeler has 7. And Bryson Stott is due up.
Yeah, nothing fancy here. I mean, threw a curveball pitch before to get JT. Then he comes up with that high velocity upstairs. JT couldn't catch up to it.
Stott watches that one go by low. 1-0.
And this is a situation where if you're Bryson, you have to take advantage of this. Fall behind the count, more than likely Gore's going to come with something hard. And you foul it off. Had a pitch to hit.
Swing and a foul tip, 2-2. And Stott's just going to take a stroll for a minute. Phillies have had 3 base runners overall. The walk to Schwarber, the single by Real Muto, and a single by Harper, and that's it.
Yeah, and that, Bryson a little frustrated there. He had 2 fastballs right down the middle to hit, and he couldn't put them in play.
That one's over to Gallo at first, and Gallo brings it right to the bag. And 2 away here in the 5th inning. Time is winding down for the final Phillies Charities auction of the regular season. Make sure you bid right now. There's some cool items. I think we've mentioned these. There's a Alec Bohm jersey. There's a Bryce Harper baseball and jersey. Go to Phillies.com/auctions for more information.
They're ordering stuff now.
Yeah, they are.
Nope, just nachos.
Well, that's not a bad.
No, it's a pretty good trade-off.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I could go for a nice plate of nachos right now.
Sometimes it's all it takes, John.
Yeah.
Way up and away, 2-0 to Weston Wilson, who is 0 for 1. Struck out his first time up. Wilson hitting .341 against left-handed pitching, and that's what he's going to be used for in the postseason, at least on paper now, as they need him off the bench against lefties.
Yeah, some of these Phillies hitters have been getting ahead in the count, but they just can't do nothing with Mackenzie Gore's fastball today.
There's a line drive, base hit it to left field. Weston Wilson with a 2-out single. And Brandon Marsh is coming up. Hit number 3 for the Phils.
Well, Weston got a fastball again, but he hits that ball hard to left field, which is nice to see. But with 2 outs, let's see if Weston can read something on Mackenzie Gore.
That one's out to left center field. On the run is Jacob Young, and he runs it down. Brandon Marsh put a good swing on it, but Young was able to reel it in. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left for the Phillies. A Rally House quote of the game. Rob Thompson on Ranger Suarez's struggles last night. He said, "I'm not concerned about his health, but his stuff was down tonight. But I think the last 2 years, his final start of the season wasn't very good," which is true. Maybe he needs a little bit of time off, which he'll get, and then pick it up with adrenaline in the playoffs. Now, the plan right now is that Ranger may pitch on Wednesday in that inter-squad game. But, Rob did acknowledge today that he reiterated what he said in the Rally House quote of the game, that he is concerned about the sense of urgency from last night. I think we talked about that too with Ranger.
Yeah. You hope adrenaline can kick it up a tick or two, but
yeah.
What happens in the 3rd and 4th inning when the adrenaline is flatlined, and what do you do then?
Well, I think we saw him do this last year, even though he pitched well when he did this, is they'll take him out of the game. That's just going to be it. He's probably going to have a very short leash to start unless he shows something. It's 3 balls and no strikes to Dylan Cruz as we go to the 5th inning. Because you figure 1, 2, and 3 are set, and I know people have talked about the order of 2 and 3, but 1, 2, and 3 are set. And Rangers going to need to pitch game 4 as Cruz walks to start this 5th inning. And listen, the starting rotation hasn't really been a concern 1, 2, 3, and 4 for most of this year, but the last half dozen starts or so for Ranger have not been great. See the starters ERA 3.81. They were neck and neck with Atlanta for a while, and now
yeah,
it's a little distance.
And here's where you got to watch with Cruz on first base. You know, especially when you know it's more than likely going to be a low-scoring game. Got to keep an eye on Cruz.
Yeah, 10 stolen bases, been caught twice. He's inching off more off first. He does not go. Balls pop foul out of play, and it's 1 ball or no balls and 2 strikes to Joey Gallo. #207 career home runs for Gallo. He has not been a guy who's hit for average, though, in his career. Towering pop-up. Shallow left center field. Trey Turner backpedaling and under it, and he puts it away. So 1 out. And Jacob Young.
Now you got to keep an eye on Cruz. You know, Gallo hitting and keep that hole open for him. But now with Jacob Young up, it wouldn't shock me if he tries to take off. They were aggressive last night.
Well, we mentioned this last night. They have the most stolen bases of anybody in baseball. They have 220. Cruz does not go. Pitch is bunted on. He missed it. 0-1.
Huh.
I think he was trying to push that toward first base.
Yeah, wasn't a sacrifice, that's for sure. You see Alec up on the grass.
Little movement from Cruz.
Oh, thank goodness he's skinny.
There he goes. Pitch is swung on a miss. Throw to second base on 1 hop. It's dropped by Stott. And I believe the home plate umpire, Nick Lentz, is going to point toward the batter, Jacob Young, and there may have been contact on the swing with JT. So they're going to send Cruz back to first.
See Cruz looking at his finger. That head first slide. Sometimes you can jam those fingers, but let's see what happens here with Young.
Oh, he
yeah.
got his mask.
Oh, gosh.
He took it right on off.
Mask off.
So what happens is
see right there, Bryson steps on his hand.
Oh, was that what it was with his hand?
Yeah, look at that.
Ground ball left side. Bohm's got it. Flips to second for 1. Quickly over to first. Picked by Harper in time. What a play. An around the horn, crisply done 5-4-3 double play with a little pizzazz. Phillies of the week are responsible for another Red October. For a 3rd straight year, the Phillies find themselves back in the postseason. From the superstars to the role players, starters and relievers, the manager and coaching staff. Everyone has had a hand in a remarkable season we won't soon forget. That's why the whole team gets to be our Phillies of the Week. Brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Well, the whole team, and it's part of the reason why the Phillies have had success. 94 wins this year, 66 losses. They've won the National League East for the first time since 2011. They're in a scoreless pitchers duel here as we go to the top of the 6th inning. Mackenzie Gore against Zach Wheeler. And Kyle Schwarber bounces that one past Paco Figueroa, who's a little happier today after Miami win last night against Virginia Tech. College football to remain unbeaten.
The U, baby.
Heck of an ending of that game. We were in the elevator with Paco as we were going back to the hotel last night. He was a little nervous about what was going on. They were down 3, I think it was at the time.
Wish I'd have seen it.
It was an unbelievable. Couldn't figure it out?
Couldn't figure out how to turn on the TV.
Let me ask you something. So the remote, was the battery not working?
I don't know. I just kept pushing buttons. And then about a half hour later, all of a sudden the TV came on. I'm like, huh.
A little delayed.
It was, yeah.
Swing and a miss. 7 strikeouts for Gore. 1 out. Let me ask you too. When that happens, do you think about calling anybody?
Nope.
Because we're on the same floor, right? See this pitch here from Mackenzie Gore.
Mackenzie Gore's been tough. It's a breaking ball to Kyle. Just pulled off just a little bit.
Trey Turner, the batter. That one goes off the glove of Ruiz. Are you on the second floor?
Who, me? No.
Oh, you're not? So you're probably on Stocker's floor.
No idea.
Well, Heartbeat, we'd be there to help you. Like a pit crew.
I was already in my jammies.
We wouldn't think anything less of you.
Bed.
Bet365 gives us a look at Bryce Harper's odds of getting a hit in his at-bat.
He is 1 for 2. He has to get a new piece of lumber, though, after his last base hit that Mackenzie Gore shattered for him.
2-1. 19 swings and misses today for Gore. That is a lot of swings and misses.
Yeah, and part of it was the shadows, but a lot of it is just his stuff.
Popped up foul out of play off to the right.
Just called his own pitch here. He doesn't do it all the time, just on occasion. That he wants the pitch he wants in a situation like this.
Turner stays alive. Trey, in 7 years, parts of 7 years with the Nationals, he was a lifetime 300 hitter. Finished with 93 home runs before he was dealt to the Dodgers. He came to the Nationals from the Padres in an amazingly big mega deal. Inside. And he was the player to be named later. The deal took place in December. And he was later the player to be named later in June. Can you imagine him being the player to be named later in a deal?
Good Lord.
3-2. Swing and a miss. That is 8 strikeouts for Gore. 2 outs. That's 20 swings and misses.
Yeah, he's been remarkable. That was a really sharp breaking ball by Gore.
Well, now Bryce is up with 2 outs. He singled his last time.
Yeah, I think all you have to do is hear the boos and you know who's hitting.
One and two.
He and Wheeler both are locked in.
Yeah, the 1-2 pitch just off the plate, and it was 2-2.
Yep.
Statcast 3D.
Never misses.
Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top half of the 6th. Swing and a miss. Side is retired. He just struck out the side in order. 9 Ks for Mackenzie Gore. He's going to get himself a nice round of applause as he exits the field. Phillies baseball is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Pennsylvanians are scratching their way to fun thanks to PA Lottery scratch-offs. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. And by Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. Presidents had their race today. They've got one final race tomorrow. We'll see what kind of shenanigans they have in store for the fans.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. I like that word.
I know. That's a good one. I haven't heard that in a long time.
I'm trying to mix it up a little bit today, John.
It's all about the kids, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
What were those words we used?
Riz and sus.
Sus.
We used drippy a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah. I remember drippy.
Yeah. Took me about 2 weeks to figure out what the heck it meant.
Yeah, well, because we're nerds.
Well, that or we're old.
We're old nerds.
0-2. Swing and a miss. He's down on strikes. That's 8 strikeouts for Zach. Hey, what a battle this is.
Yeah, this is just 2 pitchers at the top of their games today.
Yeah, you have one pitcher, Mackenzie Gore, who has 22 swings and misses. And now Zach, as you get a swing and miss there, I mean, Zach is up to 14. That one's off the derriere of Wheeler and into center field. Luis Garcia with a base hit. And that's just the 2nd hit allowed by Zach today. 4th base runner.
Yeah, and you got to keep an eye on Garcia. 22 stolen bases this year, and like you said, there hadn't been many people in scoring position yet, Tom. If 0 is a number, that's how many.
Amazing for either team. Ground ball foul. I mean, if you're anybody at this point, don't you just take a chance?
Yeah, you have to. And I don't know if you noticed, but there hadn't been hits strung together yet.
Has not been that. Nope. Outside, 1-1. It's as if everybody's bat is heavy today.
Yeah. It looks like a hangover game for everyone but Wheeler and Gore.
Up and away.
Come on, Zach. One out here in the 6th, only 77 pitches with all those strikeouts.
Garcia draws a throw over. And a high fly ball to deep left field. Wilson going back toward the wall. It's gone. Opposite field, 2-run home run for James Wood. And the Nationals strike first here in the 6th inning. It's a 2-0 lead. What a shame.
Yeah, he's got some pop in his bat, does James Wood, and that one wasn't no cheapie. Hard to tell from up here how far that balls are going to go, but you can just tell by the sound that that one more than likely wasn't coming back. My gosh. Yeah. Get Mackenzie Gore out of there, maybe. He pitch counts up near 100, isn't it?
Mackenzie Gore right now. Is at 91 pitches. I think he is done, though. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch to Ruiz outside.
There's some action up in the bullpen for the Nationals. Derek Law.
Yeah, the right-hander Derek Law. Swing and a miss. And Ruiz is down on strikes. That's 9 strikeouts for Zach. And it brings Jose Tena to the plate. Every time a Phillies pitcher records a pitch speed of 95 or more, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Grounder foul.
You wonder if Davey will have someone up after Law, if Law comes in the next inning. You got 3 righties up for the Phillies, and Castellanos, Bohm, and JT, and then you run some lefties out there. So
yeah, and it's not like his bullpen's been burdened, or was burdened last night. It really wasn't at all. One ball and 2 strikes. In the dirt, 2-2. James Wood looks very calm for somebody who just gave his team a...
He is a laid-back human being.
It's amazing.
Parr with a great play down there at first.
Swing and a foul tip. JT hangs on. 10 strikeouts for Zach Wheeler. 4th game this year. He's reached double digits. Phillies trail at 2-0. Time now for your game summary, brought to you by your local Delaware Valley Honda dealers. 2 runs at the bottom of the 6th inning on an opposite field home run by James Wood has given the Nationals a 2-0 lead. Mackenzie Gore, 6 innings, 9 strikeouts today. He also reached 22 swings and misses in this ballgame, 3 away from his season high. Zach Wheeler, 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts. I would think he'll come out and pitch the 7th to try to get to 200 innings at some point. He has not been an issue at all today. He's allowed 2 earned runs again. Phillies offense, though, has just been quiet. All 3 hits have been singles.
Well, maybe seeing someone different might wake up the bats.
Derek Law's the new pitcher, and he delivers outside. 1 ball and no strikes.
Good start. .59-foot cutter. Has to go 60 though to be a called strike, Tom.
Well, sometimes.
Yeah.
Low, ball 2.
Get a good pitch here.
Swing and a miss. That ball cut toward the outer half.
It wasn't a good pitch to hit. It's a good pitch by Law.
Two and two.
He's pretty good with the cutter. It's that slider that seems to be giving him some issues with his landing foot.
Well, tomorrow, John, he'll try to play in his 162nd game. There have been 4 others that have played in every game this year for their team. 2 Braves, Olsen and Ozuna. Bobby Witt Jr., what a good player he is in Kansas City.
So are the other 2.
And Pete Alonso, yeah. Swing and a miss. That's 10 strikeouts for the Phillies today. 4 in a row by the Phils. Well,
I think the 162 game thing is great. I think it's more difficult for Bobby Witt Jr. and Nick, who play positions where you have to run a lot.
I didn't even think about that.
You know,
Bobby Witt
DH,
Jr., shortstop.
The DH with Ozuna, and first base with Olsen
and Alonso.
Yeah.
It still isn't done that often because people want to have recovery days. Who would ever thought that would be?
Maybe those 4 or 5 guys are showing guys that it can be done.
Can be done.
And maybe the recovery people who track that junk will come to their senses and say, these guys get about 9-10 hours of sleep a night. They should have been recovered.
Swing and a miss by Bohm. It's 1-2.
All right, cutter.
Fly ball right field. Long run in for Cruz. He's got good speed. Still coming on, and he can't get there. It hits the half fence in foul territory. John, the Phillies have 1 run in their last 15 innings offensively.
I'm aware. I had to talk about that on the postgame show last night.
Oh, how did that go?
Not good.
At this point, you might have to talk about it again.
And the only run is, a guy that's got some back issues in Austin Hayes.
Yeah, with the home run to left center field.
I think with Law here, you're gonna have to think the other way. Slider, cutter, pretty much all he's been throwing since he's come in.
Ground ball over to third, gobbled up by Tana, and across the diamond. 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Welcome a newborn into the Phillies family with the Phillies Newborn Club, presented by Temple Health. New members receive a personalized Phillies birth certificate, specialty Fanavision birth announcement, a Phillies onesie, and more. Join now at phillies.com/fanclubs.
Maybe I can find one of them little babe newborns that can hit and bring them up here to swing a bat.
They have to be on the 40-man roster, though, John.
That's a good point, Tom.
But maybe they are at this point.
Right there.
He should be on the 40-man.
Yep.
That little feller. JT whacks it foul. It's 1-1. there has to be some concern here about the offense, even though it's the second to last day of the season. 1-2. I mean, they have after tomorrow, they'll have 5 days off. Whether that's good or bad, they're trying to figure out the right formula, though.
Well, if this continues through tomorrow, and that 5 days off is a good thing. Hopefully, they forget about this series.
Yep. There's Kevin Long. He and his staff they worked tireless hours to try to give everybody their just due. 3-2.
The Nationals had a lefty up there.
Ball 4.
Set back down.
Bryson Stott is due up. He's looking into the dugout. Davey Martinez is coming up the stairs.
I guess he was loose.
Yeah, I think Ferreira.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So there's the call to the bullpen. They're going to bring in the lefty to face right now Bryson Stott. We'll see if Rob Thompson counters with Edmundo Sosa. A pitching change for the Nationals. Time now for our Nissan call to the pen. Buckle up for an epic test drive at nissanusa.com. All September long, the Phillies are celebrating Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and today's courageous kid of the game is 6-year-old Vincent Nowruzzi from Prospect Park, PA. Vincent enjoys slapstick comedy and being super silly. He likes going down the sliding board, giving big hugs, monster trucks, Sesame Street, and going to school. But he loves hanging out with his big sister, Mina, the most. He has now beaten cancer 4 times. Oh, God bless her. 4 times as he recently rang the bell last month. Way to go, Vincent. You are today's courageous kid of the game.
Great job, Vincent.
Man, 4 times.
Those kids are stronger than we'll ever be.
Nobody should go through it
No,
one time.
Absolutely not.
1 ball and no strikes to Bryson Stott. Two and 0. Weston Wilson waits on deck. If Stott can work out a walk here, that means Wilson will come to the plate against the lefty. 31st game for Ferrer. 24 strikeouts in 30 2/3.
No home runs he's given up. Let's change that, boys.
Right on the outer edge, 2-1. Two and 2.
Yeah, Bryce a little frustrated. Might have been ball 3.
'98 up. That's a tough one to hold off on.
Yes, it is. Especially with 2 strikes.
JT will be off and running on this pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There he goes. Pitch is bounced out towards second base. Charging Garcia has it, throws in time. Yeah, the inning is over. 4-3 on the putout. Time to stretch here at Nationals Park. The Phillies trail it 2-0. Sheesh.
I don't know what they think this is, but it's not winning ball games against a 70-win team. Ricky Bottalico, Ruben Amaro Jr., I'm Michael Barkan. This is an issue. They're on their way to losing 2 straight, but moreover, to end the season losing 7 out of their last 10, Ricky Bo. It's not how you get ready for the playoffs.
Well, you certainly don't want that taste in your mouth. I mean, they have the rest of this game and then another game tomorrow afternoon. I mean, you want to try anything to have a feel-good feeling going into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they're off days. And, I mean, right now you don't. I mean, these games have been disgustingly ugly, especially offensively.
Yeah, the offense has been sputtering. I don't know what's going to take to get it going. You have a thought?
Combination of Mackenzie Gore, who pitched really, really well, Michael, but also I think there were some shadow issues in the early part of the game, but they just have not been swinging the bats well, and hopefully they can turn things around and bounce back when it's time for them to step forward in the playoffs.
All right, John Kruk's going to join us for a kinder, gentler post-game live.
A little softer.
Maybe. Back to Tom and John.
We'll get him out of there quick.
Bottom of the 7th inning, it's 2-0 Nationals. Thank you, guys. Zach Wheeler goes back to work. He's pitched well today. He's given up just a 2-run home run, and that's it. It shouldn't be a blemish on his record. The Phillies just haven't gotten him any runs of support. He has 10 strikeouts today.
Yeah, he's pitched great. He made one mistake to Wood out over the plate, and he smoked one to left field.
Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. One more out, and he'll reach 200 innings. He does have Orion Kirkering warming up in the background. 92 pitches. Fouled back. 1-2. This has been an amazing 2024 for Zach, and I know that he has even more goals ahead of him. But he should win his 2nd Gold Glove, and hopefully he'll win his first Cy Young Award. One and two. And the pitch. And a breaking ball just missed. 2-2. Upstairs. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Yepez has struck out twice today. He'll be followed by Dylan Cruz and then Joey Gallo. Check swing and a called strike 3 on the inside part of the plate. 11 strikeouts, 3 strikeouts in a row. And here comes Rob Thompson. And Zach will be greeted on the top of the mound by all of his infield teammates.
Yeah, that's a great pitch.
Really
you talk
is.
about just freezing a guy.
Phillies fans who are here, look at over the Phillies fans who are here already starting to come to their feet over the third base dugout. It's been a phenomenal 2024 for Zach Wheeler. So much more is ahead. And look at the faithful giving him a standing O. Our Audi Electric plays today is the right-handed arm of Zach Wheeler, who went 6 1/3, reached 200 innings, struck out 11, and finished 2024 with 224 strikeouts.
Yeah, 200 innings, Tom, and he was fantastic today. Like you said, just the one mistake to James Wood out over the plate, and he delivered. But Zach Wheeler's our Audi Electric plays, courtesy of the right arm of that man.
Well, with 1 away, Orion Kirkering will take over. Dylan Cruz, the batter. Cruz is 0 for 1 with a walk. That one's floated out to center. Here comes Marsh on the run, and he's not going to get there. He'll play it on a hop. And Cruz with his 2nd hit of the series. He came into this game 2 for his last 35. How about Zach Wheeler? 11 consecutive starts of 2 earned runs or fewer.
Man.
Incredible.
The Phillies offense don't pick it up, and 2 innings to go for them. He's going to get another loss.
Runner goes, pitch outside, throw to second base by Real Muto. He's safe at second. Oof, I guess it was a little high, but Turner applied the tag. Trey immediately pointed to the dugout. Scott Barry
Yeah, they're going to look.
Scott Barry, yep, Ryan Howard, Scott Barry. He made the call. He looked like he was shielded a little bit on that tag. There was a lot on this throw.
I mean, if he got that left hand with the oven mitt on, he's out. Trey just slapped it down on him, but yeah, it's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell.
Got him on the inside of that glove. I don't know.
It's hard to tell. Maybe they can slow that one down.
Yeah, I hope. That's where they need the drone, the aerial view.
Oh, wow. Just let him hover over the top.
Yeah.
See, you're ahead of your time.
Well, I'm a technology wizard.
Another look without the drone.
Yeah, no drone.
Right there.
Yeah,
does he have him?
If he gets that inside
I would think he
part
does.
of that oven mitt, he's out, but how can you tell?
Yeah, I don't know if they'll. It could be one of those where there's not enough to overturn
It's
it.
like the play at first base yesterday with I forget who. Tried to forget last night, but yeah, there just wasn't enough to overturn it.
Lance Barksdale's the crew chief. He's up the third base line. And he's listening in to the folks at the replay center. Again, the shot that we showed you where it looked like the oven mitt, the tag was on the inside of it, it wasn't clear enough, at least from our vantage point. Maybe they slow it down enough and go frame by frame. Because it does look like the oven mitt moves, but can you assume that or not? Yeah.
Can't tell. That's why I wouldn't.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is safe.
Yeah, they're just going to go with they don't have enough to overturn it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I know Trey immediately, after the call, pointed to the dugout.
All right, so 1-0 to Gallo. And a strike on the outer edge, 1-1. First opportunity of the day with a runner in scoring position.
For either team.
Fly ball left field. Wilson going back. He's got room. A step or two from the track. Makes the catch. Cruz trying to go to third. Here's the throw by Wilson. And it's off the glove of Alec Bohm. Well, Weston Wilson made it a good try. And 2 outs. Jacob Young coming up.
Yeah, Weston Wilson got behind this ball, made a strong throw to third, but Dylan Cruz can run, man, and that speed is a great weapon.
Got to be wary of the bunt here.
Well, Alex in, almost on the grass.
It fouled on the right field line. And ball 4.
Wow.
I would think he's off and running pretty quickly.
Interesting pitch right there by Ryan Kirkering. Throwing that sweeper.
Runner goes, pitch up high. They're not going to make an attempt. So stolen base number 2 of the inning. That puts runners at second and third, and now it's 1-0. So Kerkering has fallen behind the number 9 hitter. 222 stolen bases on the year for the Nationals.
Yeah, that one was a pretty easy one.
Pretty easy. Bunted toward third. Kerkering, and they'll let it just go. Everybody is safe.
I guess the good thing was a great bunt by Nunez. But Dylan Cruz couldn't score because JT would have just picked it up and tagged him.
So an infield hit on the bunt. Bases are now loaded.
Yeah, it's a great bunt by Nunez, the way he just deadened that thing. Watch that thing just hitting the grass and basically stop. But you see Cruz, he couldn't go because JT's standing right there.
A little low. 1 ball or 2 balls and no strikes. Looks like a pretty exact conversation from JT.
Yeah, that was. Look, we're struggling to score runs. We give them, they already got 2. If we give them 3, it could be tough to us to overcome. So we need to get this guy right here.
Fouled off. Two and 2.
I think Garcia might have been looking for the old sweeper there, Tom.
Will we get it here?
I wouldn't. Too big a risk.
He does get it. Swing and a miss.
Yeah.
And the inning is over. After the conversation with Real Muto, Ryan Kerkering is able to get out of this bases loaded jam here in the 7th inning. No runs, 1 hit. 3 lefts, and a heck of a pitch to wrap up the 7th. We're on to the 8th as the Phils search for some offense. Phillies baseball is brought to you by your Philadelphia area Chevy dealers. Visit Chevrolet.com and by Rally House. Shop the best selection of Phillies gear at Rally House. Your city, your house. Rally House. Smithsonian Air and Space here in D.C. I don't know if that's where Stocker went yesterday. He went somewhere yesterday. He went looking for a museum to go to, and he couldn't get in. Something like that.
Has he never heard of the Smithsonian?
I don't know. There was something he was sightseeing yesterday.
He might not always get to Spokane up there, or wherever he's from.
1-1. He is from Spokane.
All right, boys. 6 outs, 3 runs. That's it.
1 ball and 1 strike to Wilson. Swing and a pop-up. Outside of first. Gallo behind the bag. Foul territory. Waits and makes the catch in fair territory. And Edmundo Sosa is going to pinch hit for Brandon Marsh. But don't forget, Red October Live Q&A is coming up on Wednesday at noon. That's right. Me, Michael Barkhead, Ben Davis, who's grayer than that now, but that's him from years ago. And Taryn will be downtown, Comcast Center Plaza, noon on Wednesday. Edmundo against the lefty, hitting .257 on the year, 7 home runs, fouls it away, 1-0, or 0-1, excuse me. Ball runs up the runway of the old camera well. Got a little color splash from
Yeah, he
Mundo.
does.
Jeff Hoffman warming up in the Phillies bullpen. There he is. Reaches out, pops it up behind home plate. Not much room behind home plate. It's out of play.
Oh, gosh.
I think that got the bat or to get the arm. It got the arm. So no swing, says the first base umpire. But it's a hit by pitch for Sosa.
Ball running in on Edmundo. Yeah, left. He didn't swing, and it looked like it hit his right arm. It didn't hit him hard.
No, you can just hear a little tick.
Yeah.
All right, so now with a runner at first, the tying run comes to the plate, and Kyle Schwarber.
He had a high velocity and
Line drive out towards center field. Young got turned around, but he's able to settle himself and make the catch. Kyle just missed that one. 2 outs.
it looked like it just got in on him a hair.
Now with 2 outs, it'll bring Trey Turner up. Official score just let us know that Edmundo Sosa was hit by a pitch. Yep.
Got to stay on top of things, Tom.
Have to make sure you stay on top of things, John.
Let's hope Trey gets on top of one here.
Oh, 0-2. Sosa leads off first. Fly ball, left field. Pretty well hit. Wood going back toward the wall. It is gone! Into the bullpen! 2-run home run for Trey! And the Phillies have tied this baby up here in the 8th inning. One big swing.
Yeah, a rare changeup by Ferrer, and this is our GMC precision play of the game. Because basically, it's our only play of the game.
That's exactly
and
right.
And he picked the right time right there, Trey Turner. Ferrer with that high velocity fastball decided to go changeup, and he just got it over that left field fence into the Phillies bullpen, and the Phillies fans have erupted here in Washington.
Pretty incredible. Trey hitting almost 400 against his former team as Harper takes it at 99. It's 1-0. And really, now you're getting a chance to really hear the Phillies fans. They decided not to go to a right-hander and stay with Ferrer. It's 2-0, and Trey, who's hitting over 300 against left-handed pitching.
That's right. You deserve a drink after that, my friend. I don't think Ruiz is still not happy with that last pitch to Bryce. Saw Nick Lentz go out there in front of home plate with a little conversation for him.
You think that's a convo between Ruiz and Harper that's the problem?
I don't think.
It's 3-0. There is nobody warming up in the Nationals bullpen, which is weird.
Yeah, it's.
Harper was taken all the way.
Yeah, especially with all the righties we got coming up
It's
here.
very strange.
Well, maybe he thinks that he's going to get Bryce out. And
now somebody is up.
Jacob Barnes.
Well, the other good part about this too is that it takes Wheeler off the hook.
Yes. Yeah, he went from pitching a really, really good game and possibly getting a loss to now he pitched a great game and it's getting a no decision.
3-2 to Harper. 2-2 game. He lines it foul.
Oh,
that took a bad hop.
Took a really bad hop.
Yeah.
A lot of spin on that ball once it gets the carom. Bryce with some interesting eye black on today.
Huh. Maybe he ran out. Three-two.
Little 100-piece right there from Ferrer.
Swing and a miss. Inning is over.
There's some words.
Yep. Harper's starting to walk toward him right now. Ferrer's starting to walk toward Harper, and now the benches are clearing. It's a 2-2 game, and now they're trying to restore order. And here come the bullpens. I don't know what they're going to do.
They were going to be tired.
Phillies bullpen is now coming over for some support. Yeah, there was some chirping as Harper was taking off his helmet. It was the first pitch that bugged him.
Yeah, Ferrer gives up the home run to Trey, and the first pitch is 99 up and in.
Right.
But yeah.
And around baseball, they've talked about that this year, about the young pitchers who are just excessively wild. We'll be back with the bottom of the 8th right after this. Bottom of the 8th inning, all is restored. The umpires have met. Nobody is being ejected from the ball game. They have to meet, according to Major League Baseball, after there's a bench clearing incident. Even though no punches were thrown, it was more arguing than anything else. So this is what happened after Trey Turner's home run, as Cody Clemens is now in left field, and moving from left field to center field is Weston Wilson. So this is the pitch right here to Harper. 99 after the home run, John.
Yeah, and it was in. It wasn't. Look, it's enough to get your attention. I don't know if it was meant to be there, but I think Paco did a heck of a job right there, keeping Bryce in the game. Yeah, as you can see, cooler heads are prevailing here.
We got thumbs up.
We do.
A little Fonz action.
Well,
Jeff Hoffman will take over for the Phillies here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
We have some telecom, or whatever those things are called, issues.
Pitchcom receiver issues.
One game left, and I still don't know what the heck that thing is.
Bryson Stott's going to help the cause, though.
Yeah, he is. He's a good guy like that, Tom.
Diego Daniello is heading out. He has some extras at his disposal.
Uh-oh. Is that a visit?
That's a good question. Nope, they just waved it off, John. No visit.
They don't miss much, do they, those umpires?
68th game. It's a shame that you don't have somebody like Diego with your remote to help you out with that.
I have to call him tonight.
Get him an extra battery.
Watch that. Who's Alabama Georgia game tonight? Right?
Alabama Georgia, 2 against 4. One ball, one strike to Wood. Wood got the scoring going. Nationals 2-run home run in the 6th inning against Zach Wheeler, who was excellent today. Out in front of an off-speed pitch. Little split action, 1-2.
We still haven't had a runner in scoring position yet.
The Phillies.
The Phillies.
Yes, we have. The Phillies have not.
Did you think when I said we, I meant the Nationals?
I thought you meant a collective, the game. We, the game. No?
What did you have today? What did you take today to make you...
You know, I didn't really take anything.
Loopy. Maybe it's the height up here.
Makes you lightheaded. Wood pulls that one to right field. That's going to be in for an extra base hit. It's going to go to the corner. He can run. He's going to get 3 out of this one. He's already around second on his way to third. The throw by Stott, he fumbled it. And Wood has his 4th triple of the year. This kid is going to be a problem.
Yes, he is.
For the years to come. He's got a home run and a triple now.
Yeah, he's got some special tools.
Infield is in for the Phillies. And Ruiz loops one out towards shallow right center field. Wilson coming in. He's going to play it on a hop, and the Nationals will retake the lead.
No, that didn't take long, did it?
No.
Well, Jeff Hoffman has been so good all year long.
Inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Blew that one by him. It's 1-2. Swing and a miss. The splitters look pretty good. Time now for our minor league report presented by SEI, building brave futures. And our update today, with not a whole lot going on in minor league baseball, is an update on the Clearwater Threshers and what they did this year. They finished 1 game over 500, 102 home runs, second in the Florida State League. 43-23 in the first half of the Florida State League. They had some really good prospects come through. 0-1 to Yepez, who's 0 for 3, has struck out 3 times. Foul tip, 0-2.
Well, there has been a lot of strikeouts today from both sides.
Really has. Probably too many.
Yeah, oh, well, yes.
13 strikeouts from Phillies pitching. 11 strikeouts from Nationals pitching. Popped up and out of play.
I ain't gonna lie, there's sometimes when you have a lead and you have 3 strikeouts in a game and you foul one off, there's times when you hope that baby stays fair.
Even if it's a pop-up?
Yeah, stays in play so someone can catch it. Avoid that 4th strikeout.
Swing and a miss. 14 strikeouts today for Phillies pitching. Yepes went down for the 4th time. Dylan Cruz, the batter. Kyle Finnegan's warming up in the bullpen for the Nationals.
Can't call him every day anymore. He didn't pitch yesterday.
Oh, 2. Line drive, base hit into left field. Clemens will get it in. And Cruz has 2 hits today and 3 hits in the series. Joey Gallo is due up. Upstairs. Two and one. Fly ball deep down the right field line toward the pole for Gallo, and it is gone. Into the bullpen, a towering 3-run home run has blasted this game wide open for the Nationals. And now they're up 6-2. Giant home run replay.
Yeah, you just saw it, and sadly we don't want to watch it again, but we have to. Center cut fastball right down the chute. And one thing about Gallo, he's got unbelievable power.
We got 10 home runs now for Gallo. Jacob Young, the batter, and this is
concerning,
uncharted territory for Jeff Hoffman, the way he's pitched this year. Second time this year he's given up 4 earned runs in an inning. Last time was August 3rd. Stott gathers, throws him out. Inning is over. 4 runs crossed for the Nationals. We're going to the 9th inning, and all of a sudden it's 6-2 Phillies baseball is brought to you by Toyota. Toyota's versatile lineup shines on every drive. Toyota, let's go places. By Xfinity. Stream Phil's baseball with Xfinity because it's only live once. By Citizens, official bank of the Phils. And by Independence Blue Cross. Learn more at IVX.com. Well, a pleasant day has turned into a
nightmare.
Yeah, for the Phillies as we go to the top of the ninth inning. They are limping to the finish line here in D.C. They trail at 6-2. Kyle Finnegan is on in what is not a save situation. He has 38 saves this year. But he is coming on to try to finish off this ninth inning. The Phillies, who lost yesterday 9-1, trail this one 6-2. And Nick Castellanos will lead it off. Castellanos has an 8-game hitting streak on the line. He's 0 for 3. He's popped out. He has struck out twice. Rolls that one foul toward the dugout.
Well, Kyle Finnegan is going to challenge you with a lot of fastballs. That's one thing we've seen with him over the years. He does throw a split, sliders, all that other sweepers, and that's why he throws a lot of fastballs.
He's been a workhorse for them too.
Yes, he takes the ball whenever they call down there and ask him to.
1 ball and 1 strike to Castellanos. That one's hit out towards center. It's hit pretty well. Going back on it is Young. Back toward the wall. It's over his head off the top of the wall. He misplays it. It goes into the middle of center field. Castellanos on his way to third. Here's the throw, and it is not in time. Off the glove of the third baseman, Tena. The hitting streak is up to 9. It's the 4th triple of the year for Castellanos.
Oh, Nick put a charge into this one. Finnegan, again, 4-run lead, 1-1 count. You're going to challenge him, and tell you what, Nick has been swinging a great bat since the All-Star break, and especially here recently. And yeah, once Young let that ball get past him, Nick was hustling the whole way like we know he's going to do.
Got to tell you, John, that was about a foot away from being a home run.
Yeah, that line drive too.
Well, now Alec Bohm with the runner at third. And Bohm fouls it away. And how about this? The Nationals are going to get a left-hander up in the bullpen. Robert Garcia is going to start the throw in the bullpen for Washington.
Yeah.
They ain't fooling around.
No, they're not.
Low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Over to the left side, backhanded by Nunez. And he throws a seed across the diamond. It's a high split by Gallo. A run scores. It's 6-3. RBI for Bohm, so he has 96. So he'll go in tomorrow needing 4 for 100. And here comes Real Muto.
Yeah, thank goodness Joey Gallo, or sadly for the Phillies, Joey Gallo's a tall human with the long first baseman's glove, or that ball could have went up there and first row in the bleachers as hard as Nunez can fire it over there, but great play by Gallo.
Real Muto takes strike 1. JT is singled. He's also struck out. He's walked. 1 for 2.
Back-to-back splitters from Finnegan. Wouldn't you think he'd throw it again?
Yes, I would think definitely. I don't even think he'd worry about wasting a pitch. Got him.
Yeah.
Threw it again. They're going to say foul ball. Foul ball. No, he didn't get him. Davey Martinez not happy about Nick Lentz calling that a foul ball, and Nick saying, look at the ball.
Guess he wants Davey to look at the ball.
Look at the ball, Davey.
Yeah.
Got him. Now they threw it again. No foul ball there. Ruiz is saying, look at it. Now there are 2 outs here in the 9th inning. Phillies postgame live is coming up after the game, presented by Cure Auto Insurance. And Bryson Stott will be the batter. Stott today is 0 for 3. Takes on the inside corner. He has struck out. He's grounded out twice, once to first and once to second. One ball, one strike. Line drive picked on one hop by Gallo at first, and the ball game is over. The Nationals win it by a final score of 6-3. As the Phillies have lost the series to Washington, as the Nationals have taken the first 2 games, and there's just one more game left in this regular season. And the Phillies have got to find a little consistency with their offense. Our Chevrolet player of the game, James Wood, his home run gave the Nationals a 2-0 lead, opposite field home run, and then his triple led to a 4-run 8th inning. 9 home runs, 4 triples, 41 RBIs. Our Toyota Camry turning point. He was over at third when Ruiz floated this one, John, into right center field.
Yeah, you don't have to hit him hard all the time to be productive, and Keibert Ruiz jumps that ball in front of Weston Wilson, gives a little dance, and James Wood, of course, tripled to get the go-ahead run, and that's our Toyota turning point of the game.
So some questions for the Phillies going into the final regular season game of the year tomorrow. Again, they have a lot to look forward to, but this loss assures the Dodgers of the #1 seed in the National League, and now the Phillies are hoping to at least get the #2, the second best record in all of Major League Baseball. Final score, it's the Nationals 6 and the Phillies 3. Well, that'll do it from D.C. for this Saturday night. Final game of the regular season is tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock. Every game is scheduled for 3 o'clock Eastern time around Major League Baseball. We'll be on NBC Sports Philadelphia beginning at 3. Phillies postgame live is coming up, presented by Cure Auto Insurance. For John Kruk and our entire crew, I'm Tom McCarthy. Have a pleasant rest of your Saturday, everyone, and we'll talk to you tomorrow to wrap up the regular season of Phillies baseball.